Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will be talking about patch 11.1.7, which will be released next week on June 17th, and I will go through what are, in my opinion, some of the coolest and most exciting rewards we will be able to get during this new patch. Okay, so let's start first with the new, very important piece of gear that you will be able to get during this patch, and this is this belt. So you will have a version for each different categories of armor, one cloth, leather, mail, and plate version of this belt. And basically you will be able to upgrade it to eye level 701, which will make it normally the best gear in the game. And you will be able to add different type of abilities to this belt. So it is basically going to be very similar to the circlet from patch 11.0.7 and the Siren Owl. And it's going to be something that probably is going to be pretty powerful during this patch and won't be super powerful after patch 11.2 will be released. But as you will see, it's very easy to get, and hopefully it will be an upgrade for some of your characters. And the other reason why I'm adding it to this list is because this is actually a pretty cool looking belt. And this is the only recorded version of the famous Waste of Time belt that you can get when completing a secret quest line that is very time consuming. So here at least you will be able to get this blue version just by doing a few things and by doing a few delves. And again, this one will be linked to the overcharge delves, and these different overcharge delves are indicated on the map, as you can see, with all these different things around them. Now, another very interesting category of items that I want to mention here are all the recolored, remastered Tier 2 sets from the WoW 20th anniversary event. You will be able to get these when participating into the Greedy Emissary event that will start 1 week later or 2 weeks later, and so not directly at the start of patch 11.1.7. But basically it will be very easy for you to collect all these different recolored sets. And here, as you can see, we have all of these for each of the different classes. So again, if you are a big fan of these different sets, you will be able to get these new cool versions. And some of them are actually really nice, others not so much. But overall, I'm sure you will be happy to get some of them. And again, unlike the ones from the WoW 20th anniversary event, these ones are honestly going to be very, very easy for you to farm. And these are going to be sets that normally you will be able to get in no times as soon as the Greedy Emissary event will be available. After that, when it comes to Transmog items, of course, we will have all the new Banshee sets from the trading post and probably also from the shop. So these are really, really nice sets, and we will have different colors available for these different sets. So as you can see, for instance, we have the blue version, we also have here the green version, we have the purple version, and this red-orange version right here. So these are really nice, and next to that we also have these other chest items or sets. So we have these ones, for instance, the best one being this color in my opinion. But we have all these other colors that are also available. And so again, these will be available through the trading post or through the shop. And you will have each time some weapons and mounts that will go with these different sets. Continuing on Transmog items, there is also this crown right here that you will be able to get during the Midsummer Fire Festival. And I think overall this is a very nice crown that you will be able to use on any of your characters, and I just love the look of this item. And so just something that I think is worth mentioning here in this list as well. After that we have the Lamplighter's Pauldrons. So these ones are really, really cool because they are the pauldrons that one of the main characters from the War Within has, and so you will be able to get it as a cosmetic item, so it means you will be able to use it on any of your characters in patch 11.1.7, and it will be one of the rewards from one of the new content that will be available directly at the start, and this is this new Arati Island campaign. So again, here these are the different rewards, but especially these different shoulders. Finally, in terms of transmogs, we have two other interesting weapons that have been data mined. So first we have this sword, and this is a one-handed sword, so this is super cool. And as you can see, it will look like that. So this is definitely thin after the Nightborns from Legion, and hopefully we will be able to get it. Probably it will be through the Legion Tmogging event or maybe another Tmogging activity. But this is definitely a really nice sword. And then we also have the Time Lost Worldbreaker, which is the same mace that Deathwing is using. And so I think this is super cool that we will be able to get this also in the game. Again, we don't know exactly how we will be able to get it, but it will most likely come from Tmogging, and probably it will be added to the loot table from the Tmogging event for Cataclysm War. After that, we have a few interesting mounts. So first, from the Master of Turbulent Timeways that will be coming back, we have this mount right here, which is really cool. This is the same model as one of the bosses from an existing dungeon. And overall, I think it looks super cool. So I'm just very happy that we finally have this mount in the game, because I think this is a really cool mount. And overall, it's not going to be a very difficult mount to get. So normally it means that if you want it, you will be able to get it during this time period. Another mount that I want to mention is the OC91 Chariot. And the reason why is because this is the same model as the Keystone Master Achievement mount from Season 1 of the War Within. And this time you will be able to get it again from the Overcharged Delves. And so it's very rare that Blizzard actually uses the same model as a Keystone Master mount for other activities. And here it means that if you're someone who doesn't like Mythic Plus, and if you were not able to get the Keystone Master mount during the first season of the War Within, then you will be able to get a recolored version, which in my opinion is way cooler than the Keystone Master one. And this one normally should not be as difficult. It will be the reward of the achievement Titan Console Overcharged, and so you will be able to do it with all these different overcharged delves. And of course here I will also briefly mention the different mounts that we will get that will match the Banshee and the Chess Team sets. So we have these different Forsaken horses here. As you can see, we have these different colors, and then we also have these different mounts right here, which will match the different chess sets. So again, all of these are pretty cool overall. Then we also have this new Glyph of the Streaks. You will be able to have your Spotting Eagle now resembles a Spotting Owl if you're playing on a Hunter. So this is something that will be pretty cool, I think, if you're playing on a Hunter, and hopefully you will be able to get it during this new patch. Next to that, we also have the Landros loot box that I already mentioned in a previous video. And this one was normally data mined back in 11.0.7, and now it's back in 11.1.7. It's a little bit different than the initial one, as you can see, and this time it says binds to warbands. So it's definitely something that Blizzard is working on. I don't know if we will finally be able to get it during this new patch, or if it's still something that we will have to wait or not to get. But this is definitely something that will allow you to get some mounts, and we don't know which mounts, we don't know what will be the way to get these different boxes. But one thing that's for sure is that the other version of this item that exists already in the game allows you to get some of the rare trading card game mounts, such as the Spectral Tiger. And so if that's the case as well, that would be really insane. Then after that, with the return of the Turbulent Timeways event, we will have the Distill Knowledge of Timeways that will be back. So here again, you will be able to get a very big boost of experience gains. So if you are trying to level up some of your alts, it's definitely going to be useful. And so hopefully with that, and with all the Tmogging events always being up, you're going to be able to level up all your alts really easily during this new patch. Finally, the last thing I want to mention is this toy right here, the Royal Visage. So as you can see, when you will use it, you will remember the tale of Arthas Menethil, and you will take on his Visage. It has a 30 minutes cooldown, and what it will do is basically it will allow you to transform yourself into a transparent Arthas. It's basically the same appearance that you will be able to use when you are getting this costume from the Hallows End holiday event, but the difference is that here at least you're not a ghost, but the other one is a toy which is way easier to obtain, and you will be able to then have it with you forever when this one has a limited amount of charges. But still, this is basically just a reuse of this item right here. And you will be able to get this toy when completing the lore walking that is linked to Arthas. So these are all the different things that I wanted to mention. Of course, there's plenty of other mounts, sets, rewards, other type of things that you will be able to get. But these were, in my opinion, the most exciting ones. Let me know in the comments what you think about some of them and what you think about patch 11.1.7. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime I wish you all a great day. Bye!